Hi everyone, part 15 of Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, and we're starting October block. So it's gingerbread house or cabin in the woods or log cabin. I'm thinking I might do gingerbread house. I know I'm doing winter theme and I'm doing all blue, but I thought that might interest me, and I feel a little bit like I need a different type of house because I'm a bit over, because a cabin in the woods is kind of a little, it's just, for me, it's a little bit, I guess, we've just done the whole town, the lovely little Christmas village. So I think I'd like to do a gingerbread house. I'm going to still keep it in this colour though. I might cut it out of that. Got a bit of this for the background. Now, do I want to do... Oh, that's cute. Oh, there's the roof. I like that. Alright, I think mine's going to be a sort of a fairy forest kind of. Mine might be a fairy in the woods cabin. Nothing like sticking to the brief. Oh, I love that. I'm actually thinking maybe... Now, I don't think I'll put that down yet. I'm thinking I might like to stuff it with a bit of batting or stuffing to make it a little bit three-dimensional. So here's my little pin cushion I finally finished on Thursday. In the end, putting it together didn't take as long as it took me to get from part A to part B. It's done. It's done now. So I'm just going to have a look back through. Let's have a look at... Right, so, okay, I know I haven't finished stuff. Still got a bit of work to do on here. I did remember I was going to try and keep a little bit of red work going all the way through, adding just a little bit to each page, and I kind of got off the track. So I remembered I'd done a little mushroom house, so I think that's going to go there. So there's a couple of, hang on, move this around if it's not on camera. Yeah, that'll probably go down here, tucked in, and I'll cut it back. So I do have a couple of things to do still, but I was a little bit, in the end I'm a little bit disappointed that this isn't as, I don't know, it's a bit two-dimensional. I mean, I still love it, but maybe I'll do something here that is, I don't know, I've just let it sit for a while, but this is what I mean. I'm really enjoying the fact that I've filled this in. So haven't done it, I've been doing other things, having a bit of fun, doing something completely different. If you actually, if you check on my Instagram, you'll see as I do things for this diorama that I'm doing. I did mention it in Thread Thursday, and I might have mentioned it last time. I feel like it's ages since I did a video for Roxy's, and it's just simply because it has felt like ages, just because I've been over at Lily's packing stuff and, doing all that. So I don't know that I want to get the body. I don't think I want to stuff the roof. I don't know if I want to stuff the body. What I'll do is start to sew it down and just side maybe after. No, I don't know if I want that, that's a bit thick. That's my basket. I think I'm always tending to go for this alpaca. I love it so much. So what I'm really enjoying about this is that the needle holder is right there, and this hopefully will not get lost, my little needle threader. What a handy, very handy. Thanks Lisa Pay for that design. That was great. Little apron, short. Right, I'm going to go around the edges of my house. Now, maybe it's a bit big. It's a bit over, I mean I like it, but it's a bit over the top. It's going to be a blue gingerbread house. Blue gingerbread fairy mushroom sort of house. That's a better dimension. Plus, I think I want a bit at the bottom. Otherwise it just is a little bit, you know, it's a bit out of whack, and I can use something like this for the step. Oh, I like that. Even that up a bit. No. That might work as a window. Right, let's see. Get a whole circle. Okay, take these out. So if I stuff it with a little bit of wadding, no, batting, because it'll lay flat. That's what I'll do. Yeah, I like that idea. Alright, this is me just putting my ideas down. I think one circle I'll cut one out and we'll just see how it looks. Just cut it without the pointy bits on the edges. Oh, did you hear that? That was a cute sound. Little kid calling Papa. Right, so this is going to be a friendly gingerbread house, not a Hansel and Gretel. What else have I got here? That's beautiful. Maybe that can go up the side. Oh, these are instant little flowers, aren't they? How gorgeous. Maybe? What else have I got? Now I've got these ones, part of that design. Now what if I think I'd like to see a bit more of it. So I was going to actually thinking of making a door, but I can see these lines and I might oversew these flowers, so I think that might be something to have by the side. It's a blue but happy gingerbread house. There's that. This. That's cute. Well, that's very fairy-like. Maybe that's the door. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? Now I've just moved this up a bit. I might have to fill that underneath in a bit. Just put a pin down the side. Okay. I think I do want that there. Now I know it's a bit monochromatic, but I like it. Matches the whole book, which is monochromatic, except for the addition of the red. Now, if this is here, I probably will, I'll probably embroider this. So if that goes there, I will probably embroider that before I stitch it down, but I'm just going to put it here for now because today's all about getting the thing organised, getting it all ready to go. Now, what next? All right, I know that it doesn't look like a gingerbread house. To me, it's more like a little cottage in the woods. So that was the brief anyway, so that's okay. I was just a bit worried about it being a bit too similar to the village in, you know, the winter village. But it's not, because the winter village has got lots of little houses and this has got one great big cottage. No, it's not going to be a log cabin. It's going to be a... Now that I've put it down and I know what I'm doing, because it's all made up on the spot, and, you know, it's one of those things where it's good for... look, it's just good for you to just play and to allow the story to unfold. So, what else would I like? Maybe I want this little beautiful bit here. So, where are we up to with the house arrangements, moving, etc.? I'll tell you. So currently we have about 30 boxes that Lily's put in the spare room, and she'll just be staying in the spare room. So we've got about 30 boxes there. It sort of looks like it should go up that way, doesn't it? As a flower. Because even though we knew we had to sort of rearrange my garage, it just didn't quite happen before she started packing. So we were supposed to do the garage first and then start packing, but I think she got a bit carried away and started packing, and before I knew it she was bringing the boxes over. And so it's been a little bit stressful because it's heavy work, and you know, I'm not as, my hands aren't as good as they could be for lots of packing. So it's been a bit painful. Anyway, have a whinge, Christina. Okay, I think maybe, aside from this bit, this is all ready to go down. What I probably need to do, I can get started on it now, but what I'll probably need to do is get the batting down from the cupboard. So this Sunday will be the first night she's sleeping here, and she's already organised. This girl just thinks nothing, it's the end of the world when anything has to happen, but always lands on her feet. So she's already got a transfer for work, so she could go up there tomorrow, except there's another week or two before she has to hand the key in. So we've got to finish the packing, finish the moving. Her dad he's got a station wagon, so he'll bring the larger stuff. So she's also been working and trying to sell, you know, big items, because there's no point taking a fridge all the way up to Queensland, and she can just get another one up there. Like, it just costs extra to cart up there, and it's, you know, it's an expensive. I don't know if I've said this on a video, but the last time she went to Queensland to start her degree up there, because it was the only one in Australia that had the course she wanted to do, it cost me like $1,100 to send up her stuff, and then when she came back down after doing 2 years of the degree, and she came back, she just was a bit homesick, so she came back to work for a year or two and to work out whether she wanted to do the degree, because the lockdown meant, of course, Australia, we had some fairly severe lockdowns at times, so the lockdown meant that she had to study at home, and she just didn't deal with the environment as well, because there's not that, you know, the stimulus or the other students to feed off. So she was doing a little bit at home online in Melbourne, but then the uni said, no, sorry, now that all this COVID nonsense is over, you'll need to either drop out or study in person. You can't do it online. So she's been thinking all year, am I finishing that degree? Am I converting it to another one in Melbourne? The problem with that is that she would have to convert it. Sorry if I've already said this story. I haven't had a chat to anyone for a few days. I've been busy working, chatting away to the camera. If she tried to convert her degree, she basically almost had to do the whole degree again. And she's already done nearly 2 years, or at least a year and a half. So the option was to go back up there and to finish what she'd already started. And she'll probably I think she'll change her history. So she's doing sociology as her major, and she was doing gender studies and history as her minors, but she'll now change to creative writing, I think. And that's something she is quite fascinated by, so that's good. So anyway, the price though for her to go back up, compared to the $1,100, it's like now nearly $2,000 to send her stuff up. So she's madly selling stuff so that she can, you know, offload as much as possible and make it lighter. But, you know, because she loves books, she has kind of acquired a lot of things. She's acquired a lot of books. She loves her feminist books. And she has also got a couple of bits of extra furniture, but she's always landed on her feet. That's what I mean. Her job has already given her a transfer straight away, and it turns out there's a brand new store in the city in Brisbane, so she gets to go and start up, which is good. She'll be able to go up before Christmas, so she gets all the retail, you know, the Christmas retail. Get some hours under her belt before uni starts. So it's the first year both my girls won't be here at Christmas, which is odd. There's always one of them still here. And my sister's having her husband's family over, and they're really big drinkers, and I'm not, and also Huss doesn't drink at all because he's Muslim. And so I don't know what we're doing. He doesn't celebrate Christmas either, so I don't even know what we're doing about that. We'll wait and see. Anyway, that's what we've got. We've got another week or so of moving Lily in, so there you go. It's still a hectic week or two to come, and then I'm just really grateful that she has a job as well, because I know when she's here we distract each other and we don't get anything done, and so I'm glad I'll have to be a bit on task with my timing and hours and not watch any Netflix or Disney Plus in the daytime. I like to stop. You know, I'm a bit of a geek. I like to stop and have breakfast and lunch and watch an episode of whatever I'm watching. I'm watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at the moment. Yes, I've seen it before ages ago, but I've forgotten it all, so it's good to go back and rewatch it. And what did Lily do? Oh, the other day she said to me, do you want to go and see Black Panther? And I said, oh, I've seen it so many times. Why would you want to see it at the cinema? And she said, oh, number 2's out. So we're going to see Black Panther number 2. I don't know when. November, I think. So she's booked tickets for that, which is exciting because I loved that show. Very much enjoyed the all-black cast. And I know the whole Wakanda thing is very, well, you know, Huss is Somalian, but it's not an urban black culture that he's from, so it's different. Anyway, it's fascinating. You know, so not, when I say urban, I mean New Yorkerized, Americanized. He's not from an Americanized hip-hop black culture. He's from a seaside farming, families, everything, black culture, which I don't even know. I mean, yes, it's black. When you say black culture, though, you think of Americanized, which is what probably a lot of Africans or African Americans would probably go, yeah, well, that's appalling, and I kind of agree. But that's what we're used to. But anyway, Black Panther is a favourite of mine, and so it's going to be very interesting to see number 2, especially because I think we've got a female Black Panther now, because of course Thingy died. The man who played Black Panther died, so that's sad. We haven't got him. Okay, so I've waffled on enough. Now, what else? I think I'm just going to keep on doing some running stitch along the bottom, up the sides, the background. And I'll take that off. I'll take this off so it's not kind of in the way while I do some running stitch. And I think that's all I've got to catch you up on. Like I said, my diorama and sculpture building thingy, my scratch build, is well, I'm making a video, but it'll be at the very end, so that'll be a bit later. I'm filming it as I'm going, but I'm just, every so often I put up a bit of a picture on Instagram where I'm up to. Having a bit of fun, actually. I was making bricks out of egg cartons today. That was fun. And I was making mushrooms. So I'd already made, oh, there's still a bit, I've got to bake them. So I was making mushrooms. I'd already pre-made a couple to try out this stuff. I've got to paint them. So some have to be baked, some have to be painted. And they're to go around a little fairy ring in the diorama. They're a bit thick, but they're good. They're what I'm doing. They're where I'm at. I'll learn as I go. My goodness. The other prompt for, all right, so this is the first half of October, so mine's going to be a cabin in the woods, a fairy cabin in the woods, and envelope is the other thing. I definitely feel like I'm adding a couple of extra pages to the book now. I started off so well being able to put them all on one page for the whole month, but now I'm not sure. I've already doubled up one, double up two pages for 1 month. Everyone's doing 2 pages a month, I think. Well, I think lots of people are doing their own thing. Anywho, unless it's flowers or something and I can add it to this one, if it's something big, I might have to do another panel. I don't really want to, because I think I was quite aware of the spine of my book not being super thick, so I didn't want to make it so thick. But I can always extend the spine if I have to, and we'll worry about that at the end. Okay, so I've got a good start on this, which is good, isn't it? I have to think. I haven't thought about the envelope yet. I'm just thinking how I want to do that. Just get all this down first and then think about the envelope. Now that I've mentioned it, I've started to think about it, of course, and I wonder if I can do a little letterbox with a little envelope. Maybe this could be a letterbox of some sort. All right, well, I'm going to continue on with that. You don't want to hear me jabbering on anymore. And also work out what I'm doing. So this, when I indigo dyed, see that it was that orange colour and this was yellow. And when I dyed it, they went a greeny colour. So I'll have to get out my box of green threads maybe and give this a bit more of a go, and it'll be like a little bush at the side. Yeah, that's all I'm doing for this week while I keep working on my other project. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that, and it's I'll tell you what, this is like coming back to an old friend. You know, when you're doing something new and you're trying new things and you've seen other people do it but you don't know how it's going to work, and you give it a go and you kind of go, well, okay, it can be improved on, but it's not that bad. I'm doing okay. And then I went, oh, there's a new Roxy's. Oh, good. And I came back to it and went, oh, this is so good, because it's like, oh, it's an old friend. I can relax. I can be comfortable with it. Anyway. Anyway, have a good week, and I will speak to you soon and see you in the next one. Bye for now.